Alright, welcome back everybody. Here we are in our Hornet, and if you haven't noticed, the weather is crap. We're at Al Dhafra in the Persian Gulf. The tackhand source is 96 X-ray. The course line is true 126. We want to come back and land in crap weather, and we don't have ILS. How do we do that? How we do that is we need to understand some things. The tackhand is not sitting right where I'm at. The tackhand is 0.9 miles from me and 1/10 of a mile to my starboard, right? So when we're coming back into land on this runway heading, we need to remember that. We need to remember that our touchdown point is roughly 0.9 or 0.8 miles from the tackhand source. Because if we try to land exactly on the tackhand course line, we're going to land here, right? This is where we're going to land, right here. And we don't want to do that. We want to land over here. So this is important when you take off. There's a nice little trick you can do. You can do a nice little trick. If you know you're coming back to this spot right here in DCS, you can unbox that. You can go to waypoint 0. Or better yet, you can just hit mark point 1 right now where you are. Now we're going to go down here to mark point 1. We have to unsequence. Go down here to mark point 1. On our way back to land, we can set mark point 1. We can box waypoint. We can set our course line. And if you'll notice now, our information is all correct. We're dead on the course line, and we are 0 from it. So now, with mark point 1 being our known takeoff point, this is so much easier. Don't you agree? We can navigate back to the tackhand point, but we can use mark point 1 as an exact representation of where we took off from and where we're landing, if that is what we're going to do, right? If you are not going to do that, and you're milsimming the crap out of this, and let's say you're going to come back in and you have to land on 13 right, notice something. It's a long way from the tackhand over to here. It's a half a mile, almost 6/10 of a mile. And also, it's roughly almost 1/10 from the piano keys. We could really say truly that it's absolutely dead on where we want to land. So that's not a problem. What is the problem is the distance from here to here. So if we're coming back in, we would need to brief this, plan this with our group, and make sure they understood if we were coming back in inclement weather, right? They would need to understand that you're landing back on this runway heading, because this is DCS. If you're called upon using ATC to come in and land somewhere, they can direct you, but also you can use the F10 map. If you're unable to use the F10 map and you're using ATC, I would recommend you requesting ATC to tell you how far it is so that you can set that jet up and make everything work out right. Otherwise, it's going to be difficult. So, that is a nice little tip for how you can navigate this problem without ILS in a DCS way, or if you're going to milsim it, you've got to do a little bit of work. And now you understand how to do that work. I really love flying in crap weather, but coming back to land is a little bit of a problem. Alright, run up to 80. We're listening for deedle deedles. No deedle deedles. What are the deedle deedles? Well, if I forgot to arm my seat, or set my flaps correctly, or anything's wrong with the jet, I'd get a deedle deedle. Alright, here we go. Ready for takeoff. Full burners. Brakes off. We're rolling. We're going to get ready to disconnect our nose wheel steering here in a second. I'm going to do it as soon as I feel the front end come up. Somewhere around 70, 80, 90. Somewhere around there. Nose is coming up. Look at that rain, boy. Look at that weather. I love it. It's crap. It's scary. It's sketchy. It's all of the above. Alright, here we go. Alright, everybody. That's my tips for navigating in the Hornet in inclement weather. Peace, everybody.